Today, I'm going to share with you 5 types of emails you should be sending to your email list. If you haven't sent these 5 emails to your email list, you need to sit down, start writing them, and plan and schedule out these emails to your list. Now, what are those 5? Well, first, recently on my Instagram accounts, I posted a carousel that you can go look up. It's Kenny Jang on Instagram. And you can see that I created a carousel that goes through these 5 emails. Now, the reason why this list came about is because clients, and it might be organizations like you, start to feel writer's block when they are planning out their editorial calendars. And they don't know exactly what to do for their next email. They run out of ideas. And this is one of the things that I think that if you follow our signature framework, the art of engagement, there's a 4D matrix, content matrix exercise that we do. You will never have writer's block again. And this is just one portion of that. So today I want to share with you these 5 emails that comes out of that framework so that you can actually always be on point with your brand. That's the key, right? At the end of the day, you want to always send message to your audiences that is not throwaway, that's not disposable, but it's always intentionally supporting your brand objectives. So what are the 5? Let's get to it. The first email you should be sending is the why email. You need to retell your organization's origin story. What is the manifesto-worthy problem that your organization is attacking? Share that in so many different ways. If you can make it personal and attach it to personal stories, you can humanize your brand. That's even better. The why email is critical to recast your vision for people that just joined your email list recently, but also long-timers that have been with you for a while. The next email is the what email. You need to frame a specific problem solution. So you have that manifesto-worthy problem, but what is the solution? That's the purpose of your organization, right? So how do you actually attack that problem? You need to codify that. You need to formalize it, simplify it, and clearly state what your actual solution approach philosophy is to attack that problem. What is that specific signature process that you have for the why? Okay, the third email is the who. You can talk about yourself all day long, but sometimes people just don't believe you that you're so great, right? So you need to look at third-party validation. This is where testimonials point back to the manifesto problem, that they resonate with that problem that you've identified, and they point back to the actual problem solution that you framed, and then they point back to seeing the solution, that process, in action. It can't be just generic testimonials that say, oh, you're great, etc. You need to point back to these specific things, and that becomes social proof. Testimonials are different than case studies. That's a whole other video. But if you use testimonials intentionally, they become social proof and they reinforce the authority of your organization. The fourth email is the how email. It's great that you've told them what the solution is, but you need to give them a taste. Let them feel what actually is the epiphany that happens when you bring someone into a point of transformation, when you actually have that impact. Give them a taste as to what you actually do. This can be through a checklist, a template, a short video tutorial. It could be a guide, a reading list. It can be so many different things. It needs to be short, small, easy, simple. You want to give them a taste of what you actually do. And there's so many different ways to do this in an email. You have flexibility, but the point is, take your signature framework, your process, all the solutions that you do, zoom in on one micro piece of it, and then explode that for people and share with them how you actually do the magic that you do in your organization. The fifth email is the FAQ email. This is an easy one. It's a great one. You can do all hands on deck, brainstorm with people in your team. That's ask people, what do people always ask all the time? What are the questions you get over and over when you meet a donor for the first time, a volunteer for the first time? Those are the types of questions that you want to answer in email. You can do them one by one email, one question. You could do it as a whole barrage of them as like a list and different types of questions for different types of emails, or you don't even need to have question and answer. The point is, you just need to educate people so that they are educated against the question. So it could be stories, it could be resource sharing, it could be all these different types of ways to meet that objective of answering and educating people against the questions that they might have for your organization. FAQs are powerful. Okay, 5 emails. There you go. Write them down, brainstorm, outline them, plan them, schedule them, repurpose them. When your content reinforces all those key dynamics of your brand position that we just talked about, we call that content with purpose. In my signature process for content marketing called the Art of Engagement, this is one of those pieces that brings intentionality to the actual content production process. And hopefully you'll see once you do this, it's something that's evergreen, that's powerful, and that you can transfer it into so many different places. Best way to follow up is to find me on Instagram, follow my account. This is where I share a lot of the teachings. Find me on LinkedIn. If you need help with the organization to clarify your message and help nurture raving fans for your mission, let's talk. DM me and we'll have a conversation and see what the next steps might be for your organization regarding the art of engagement.